So I'm here with Lori. She's going to show us a stretching exercise to stretch out the chest muscles, because when we sit hunched, they tend to get tight. So we're going to stretch them out. Ideally, it'd be nice to have a doorway to do this in and stretch them both sides at the same time, but you can use any straight, sturdy surface also. So she's going to take her arm at 90 degrees and step forward through, stretching out the front of her chest here. If for some reason she's not feeling the stretch there, she can turn the opposite way a little bit to feel the stretch a little bit more. We're going to hold that for about a count of 20 to 30 seconds and do that a couple times. We're here in front of the TRX bar. We're just going to show you how to set up the TRX equipment real quick. So first we put a bench here so we can actually reach it. You take the top long strap, loop it over and into the loop. You just clip it in. Once it's clipped in, just make sure it's on there a little secure. So you are able to shorten the TRX straps to make it easier to do the exercise. So you pinch the clamp and pull up. So we're going to set up for the inverted row. We just got done stretching the front of the chest and opening it up, but now we're going to strengthen the upper back muscles. So just going to grab the handles, palms facing in, slowly walk her body out till about a 45-degree angle. The farther she walks out, the harder the exercise. The closer she is, the easier the exercise. So she drives her elbows down and back. She's going to pinch her shoulder blades together. Good. Strengthening those upper back muscles. This is a body weight exercise, so the more reps are recommended. But as soon as your form starts getting poor, then we're going to stop the exercise. Good. So this is Jordan. He's going to show us our next series of exercises and stretches. So when we're in that hunched position sitting, those abs get a little bit shortened, especially the upper abs. So we're going to do this to kind of stretch them out, elongate them. So Jordan's going to gently roll down the ball, walking his feet out slowly, lowering his back down and his arms overhead, and stretching out those abs there. So he's going to hold that again for about 20, 30 seconds, and do it about 2 to 3 times depending on how much is needed. And as he comes up, he's going to slowly come up vertebrae by vertebrae and sit up carefully, protecting his back. So we're here at the Roman chair. We just got done lengthening the front of the torso and all those muscles. So now we're going to strengthen the back of the torso. We're going to do 2 different exercises. One to strengthen the deep back muscles and one for the glutes and the hamstrings. So the first variation, we set these pads at Jordan's hip bone. So he's going to use his hands for support, put his feet all the way to the top of the lip. So this is for the deep back muscles. With his hands behind his head, he's really going to roll down. So see how his spine rolls, and on the way back, he's going to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. He doesn't need to hyperextend in this situation. So as soon as he gets to this straight, where his body's in one straight line, he's good. So rolling down, good, and rolling up. Using his hands to support himself. We're now going to adjust it lower so the pads are more on his thighs. This variation works his glutes and his hamstrings. So again, supporting himself to get on. Here, the back does not need to roll, it's going to stay sturdy. So no rolling there. He's using all glutes and hamstrings to bring his upper body up to that straight position. Good. So our last stretch of the day is going to be working on stretching the hip flexors, because when we're sitting all day, they get really shortened in that position, so it's important to stretch them out and lengthen them. So I'm going to have her in the position with one knee up at 90 degrees. This is a slight movement, so you're not going to see her move a lot, but it's going to make a difference. So she's tucking her tailbone, doing a posterior pelvic tilt. She's using her hands to show you that. Okay, and as she's there, she's going to start feeling the stretch here in her hip flexors. She can raise that hand up to feel it a little bit more. Again, making sure that her tailbone's tucked. Good. Now, because we have multiple hip flexor muscles, if she turns her upper body towards me, she's going to feel different muscles stretch there. And if she turns the opposite way, more muscles there. Again, always reminding yourself to keep that tailbone tucked. Good. Okay, so now that we just stretched out those hip flexor muscles, we're going to work on strengthening the glutes on the opposite side. So I have her here doing the single leg bridge on the mats. So starting with her knees up, she's going to lower one leg flat to the floor, hands on the ground for support. She's going to raise her hips up together, making sure this one tends to drop, so making sure that doesn't happen. And you're going to hold this for 6 to 20 seconds, 6 being beginner, 20 seconds being advanced. Good, then she's gonna slowly lower and switch sides. Again, really making sure to keep those hips level. Good. A variation of this exercise, if you have a friend to help you, is as she raises up, I can put my arm here, she's gonna press against my arm and I'm gonna provide resistance. That's gonna increase the recruitment of the muscles that she's using.